We're going to make some sauerkraut right now. Actually, I already made it, but I'm just going to show you how I did it. It's so simple, and it's not sauerkraut. We're trying to make a super highly mineralized bacteria food that's full of enzymes. So if you do have some cooked food, I have this with my cooked food, because what this does is this gives me the beneficial enzymes that's missing in the food. And this is very easy to make, and you don't just make it with cabbage. That's boring. I'm going to show you here. Made this one here with purple cabbage, red onions. I don't use white onions, green onions, or any garlic. Put in green cabbage, put in broccoli, put in nori, and let's see, we put on some radish in there. You can see on this one, carrots, bell pepper, purple cabbage, celery. I put in each of them because the crunchies are really good. And of course I put nori. Now let me give you the list of ingredients of the liquid. So you just cut the stuff up in little pieces. You just shove it in the jar, and you always use jars. You never use plastic when you do this, okay? And let me show you the liquids that we're going to use now. I put in a few drops, just a few, like 3 drops of fulvic acid in there, okay? We use tablespoon of the, in each of the toasted sesame seed oil for flavor. I put in about 15 drops of magnesium concentrate, ionic magnesium concentrate, 2 tablespoons of the living silica, a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons, I really like, of the organic coconut aminos. Put in a half a lemon. You can use a full one if you want to too. I put a teaspoon of, actually not a teaspoon, I put about a half a teaspoon of curry. I put in a teaspoon of brown seaweed extract, and a whole teaspoon of salt with about maybe 2 tablespoons of the apple cider vinegar. And what you do is you just mix that up first in a jar. Here was my jar right here. I just mixed the liquid up in there, stir it around, and wait for everything sort of to congeal a little bit, and you just pour it back in to the jars. And then what you do is you just roll it back and forth, and this has got, remember, the brown rice seaweed. You can see the nori on top right here, broccoli, and you can see a lot of the floating debris in here is like a powder. That's the brown seaweed extract. So this has got everything in it. It's got my iodine potentials, it's got all my really good bacteria, and the kicker to make this all work is I put in each of these, I put in one, that's all you need, one probiotic, really good, ours is 100 billion strong, at least a dozen strains of probiotic bacteria. The sugars that are in here will feed this, and it'll keep it going and build. It'll do it without it, but I like to make it so it's actually a super, super, you can call it probiotic, but I like to grow the bacteria. What I also do is I'm making my kombucha right here, and the kombucha, you can see right here, I just put that together, and I put in a tablespoon of the kombucha. This just still brewing right now, and here in Hawaii you have to use these little nets, and I put a towel on top to make it so no little creatures can jump inside. I'm going to show you this also real quick. This is what I'm going to have tomorrow. I've already soaked these. These are sunflower seeds, you can see. Okay, I've changed the water 2 times so far. And now I'm going to show you what the fulvic acid does here. You put in the fulvic, and you can see how it's just going to turn it dark. And what it does is it starts, watch this, woohoo! And it just gets rid of the last cadmium layer. I let it sit in there, and it congeals. And you can see the cadmium layer is this little, see the little clear shell that comes off the sunflower seeds? Okay, and this is what gives you stomach aches. This is what gives you gas and bloating. You always soak your nuts. And so this is going to soak now for about an hour like this. I'm going to drain it, And I'm going to finally put it in a nut bag. And I just put it in a nut bag, and then I hang it right here over the sink. And I'll wash the seeds at least once a day. Just takes a second to wash them. And I just let it hang and drip. And in about 2 days, 3 days, I got myself some really good live food. Remember, raw food's one thing, but live food is everything. Okay, I'm getting ready to go now to enjoy. Let me just show you quick outside here. I'm going to go and enjoy the sun in Hawaii. And got a few people here at our Liquiditarian retreat. And you can see the beautiful day right now. Wow. There we go. Butterfly flying. And got the swing over there. Flowers. And it's so bright and clear. Okay. That's it. From Hawaii, Dr. Robert Cassar, showing you how to do a little sauerkraut and how to soak your seeds. I'm going to make myself a pate with those seeds. And I'll show you how to do that. That's really simple, but you can make it a variety of ways. The most important thing is just to be able to make sure that your seeds are ready to go. The shells are off them. You can see all the, like I said, see all those shells on there? Those are all the clear coatings that give you the gas. Okay, aloha. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Important reminder. All information and ideas are for informational purposes only and are in no way intended as medical advice or as a substitute for medical counseling. Earthshift Products, Dr. Robert Cassar, all of their partners, affiliates, and subsidiaries will not be held accountable for the use or misuse of the information presented therein. This information is not intended as medical advice. The authors, publishers, and speakers of this work are not medical doctors and do not recommend the use of mineral-deficient foods, drugs, or medicines to achieve beauty and to alleviate health challenges. Because there is always some risk involved, all persons involved with the development and distribution of this information are not responsible for any adverse effects or consequences of any kind resulting from the use or misuse of any suggestions or procedures described on our website or Earthshift Live radio talk show or therein.